Hi, I'm David Dodge. Welcome to Green Energy Futures. Matthew Peneitz is the founder of Long Way Home, an organization that fights poverty by building Earthship-inspired community structures, including a school campus in Comalapa, Guatemala. This is part 2 of this inspiring story.
We want to be a school that does green building, climate fighting, and poverty fighting all at the same time.
Matthew quickly learned how to build using old tires, bottles, trash, and local labor, but a school needs a curriculum.
We walked into this and didn't really know much of anything about education. We initially were going to partner with a local organization, and then that didn't work out, but yet we still had 12, 13 students on our campus in the first classroom. So we had put 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade all in one classroom. And then we built the next building, and then that's where 6th grade went. And then we built the next building, and that's where 7th grade went. So we hired local teachers. Of course, first we had to file the paperwork with the Ministry of Education in Guatemala to become a legal recognized school. And then after our students had been in class for a while, we saw that the education was a rote memorization-based education. So we didn't want to build this whole green built campus and then on the inside of the classroom not be providing a very good quality education.
Matthew had no idea how to do this, so he went back to school and got a master's in education. Then, after scouring educational models,
and that's where we came up with the concept of Hero School. Hero School is an amalgamation of what I thought were the best ideas that philosophers had come up with over the years. And so now our students are using their subject matter to fight poverty.
Hero School is a hands-on learning model that uses math, art, and other classes to design and build innovative things for the community.
So we figured out that the number one reason people go to the health clinic is because of upper respiratory infection, because they cook over open flames indoors, no chimney, house filled with smoke. So what we decided to do in the 7th grade was go, all right, let's deal with that issue, because that was what one of the philosophers I read about said that you should do in school is deal with the societal issue. So we said, okay, 7th graders, let's build a stove for a family. So now in art class, instead of doing some, boringish abstract art, they model the stove, right? They'll use clay, they'll use, popsicle sticks, and they design the stove. In budget class, we budget for the stove. In science class, we talk about what the stove's actually going to be doing. And then the practical application is that we actually build that stove for a family in the community that is cooking over open flames indoors.
Matthew and Long Way Home have built dozens of projects and almost 200 structures in Comalapa, Guatemala. They do this using a mix of international volunteers and local labor.
We were able to hire a whole lot of locals. At one point, we had 30 locals on our green building team. And they're essential to the entire process, right? Because we're from the U.S., and the locals know how to source everything. Whenever we say we want, 25,000 tires, they go, okay, let's get a flatbed truck, let's drive along the Inter-American Highway, and let's pick those tires up from the local mom and pop tire shops one by one. They know who have the flatbed trucks. They're the people that know where the tires are. They know how to get river sand, which you basically pull out of a river.
And Long Way Home has also attracted more than 7,000 eco-tourist volunteers who come to learn, build, and donate to the effort.
People that volunteer, they pay us $85 a week. And we also work with service groups who pay us. And so the money that the people pay us to learn sustainable living techniques and to help us out on our campus, that goes directly back into the construction of the campus and to pay all of our teachers. And then those people become the board members and become our donors.
Seeing is believing. The volunteers who've seen the work being done have become the biggest financial supporters of Long Way Home. You can see photos and video of the Earthship-like structures and their projects in our blog and video story at GreenEnergyFutures.ca. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge.